We were already engaged and the wedding is only a few months away. I don't see anything going wrong between now and then. I've told my friends to come round for a party this time, and once she meets them all, I'm sure she won't want to back out. She's invested too much time in our relationship already. I'm sure you're right. Well, good luck, son. My allowance and surgeries are less important than making sure you really do like Ivy. You'll be with her for the rest of your life after the wedding. It's like I've always told you. All I want is for you to be happy. How could a mother ever want anything more than that for her child? Mom, that's so sweet of you to say. Honestly, if I didn't have you, I don't think I would have made it this far. You've made me the man I am today. We have to keep living together after I'm married. I hate the idea of you being on your own all the time. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't live without you either, honey. Do you think Ivy would agree to it? You don't think she would want the two of you to get a place for just you guys? I'm sure. Don't worry. This one isn't going to end in a mess like last time. You're right. We have to succeed this time. Still, from seeing how she acted today, I feel like you still have a lot that you'll need to teach her. She's very stubborn, I can tell. I mean, as soon as I came out, she should have moved to sit in the back seat so I could sit up front. But she didn't move. She just stayed on the passenger side. She should have opened the car door for me, too. And she didn't. I didn't know you wanted to sit in the front seat. You should have said something. She probably didn't realize. I shouldn't have had to say anything. You know that I've always sat up front. You should have told her to move without me needing to remind you about it. You're right. I'm sorry. I should have thought of that, Mom. Next time, I'll get out and open the door for you and tell Ivy to move into the back seat. Would that make you feel more comfortable? It would, but there's no need to rush these things. We can teach her slowly once the two of you are married. Yes, let's do that. Good idea. I'm sorry I let you down, Mom. I didn't mean to make you feel like I didn't care about you and your comfort. I was pretty upset that you didn't notice, to be honest. You should know by now that some things are just expected of you. It's basic manners. I guess I can keep teaching and reminding you of these things when we live together. You'll get there soon enough, I'm sure. I hope I can learn a lot from you, Mom. I'm sure you will, son. I've been around much longer than you, after all. Okay, Mom, I have to hang up now. I think Ivy will be looking for me soon, and I don't want her to overhear anything. Okay, son. Sleep well. You too, Mom. Shortly after I first met my future mother-in-law, I mentioned that I had a bad back. Without a word, she went out and bought me a special hot pack to help with the pain. I told her I would bring it back to her as soon as possible, since I knew she also had a bad back. But she said that she absolutely needed to get it back today. In the end, she told me she would come over in the evening to collect it from me. I came out to meet her and asked her if she could wait a moment while I went and got it from my room upstairs. That was when I heard my future husband on the phone with his mom, and I overheard their whole conversation. It was such a shock, and really took me by surprise. Obviously, I knew that it was important to me that we helped each other to take care of our families, and he had mentioned that he had wanted to take care of his mom. I realized at that moment that my friends had been right, and he really was as much of a mama's boy as they had thought and not the perfect man I had hoped. It seemed he had been married before, and the marriage had failed. When I heard his ex-wife had been pregnant, too. I decided to secretly record their conversation, and I kept the video on my phone until the day I had planned to meet some of my friends to hang out. Until then, I pretended I had no idea what he had planned.